reading from Joshua 19:40. The seventh lot came out for the tribe of the people of Dan, according to their clans. But then territory was lost, and the people of Dan went up and fought against the Shem. And after capturing it and striking it with the sword, they took possession of it and settled in it, calling the Shem Dan, after the name of Dan, their ancestor. So this is the inheritance of the tribe of the people of Dan according to their clans. These cities, this is the city gate and their villages.
Here we are at Tel Dan Nature Reserve. Tel Dan is in the very northern part of Israel, and it is in the Golan Heights. In a modern context, let me explain. The Golan Heights is not recognized as Israeli territory because they think that Israel occupied Golan Heights. It started in the war of 1967 when they won the war in 6 days and they took the Golan Heights from the Syrians. But then again, when you heard what Kim has read, even back in the time of Joshua, the tribe of Dan actually moved away from where they were allocated and they fought for a piece of land here. But is there evidence like we see here? The archaeological findings here is that this dates back even further than the time of Joshua and the time of the Dan tribe coming here. We see here in Genesis 14 that it was even mentioned in the Bible in the very early days of Abram and Lot. Abram before he became Abraham. The story starts when Lot was kidnapped by the kings, and then you will find that in verse 14 of chapter 14, it says, when Abram heard that his kinsmen had been taken captive, he led forth his trained men, born in his household, 318 of them, and went in pursuit as far as Dan. So we can see from the Bible that the history of Dan goes back all the way to the time of Genesis, to the time of Abram. And then later we see it mentioned again when the Israelites came up in Egypt after the 40 years of wandering. They came back into Israel. One of the first things that happened before they crossed the river Jordan was this king Og of Bashan actually attacked them, and they conquered Bashan. Bashan is actually Golan. So here there is proof from evidence of archaeology that Israel has always been settlers here in the Golan Heights, and is part, I believe, is part of the Promised Land. So this is a very sad part of the story of Dan. You heard from what Kim read, the time when the Israeli kingdom was split into the north and the south. The son of Solomon couldn't satisfy the people of Israel, so the people of Israel followed this guy called Jeroboam. And Jeroboam was very insecure. So he didn't want the people of Israel to go back to Judah, which is part of the southern kingdom, to go and worship in the temple in Jerusalem. So he actually made 2 golden calves. One he placed at Bethel, the other one he placed here. Because he didn't want the people to go back, so he said, these are your gods. So this is a very sad part of the story. But God already knew about this, and God sent a prophet to confront Jeroboam. In 1 Kings 13, you see that behold, a man of God came out of Judah by the word of the Lord to Bethel. Jeroboam was standing by the altar to make offerings, although it's not here, but here is the prophecy. O altar, altar, thus says the Lord, behold, a son shall be born to the house of David, Josiah by name. And he shall sacrifice on you the priests of the high places who make offerings on you, and human bones shall be burnt on you. So many years later, King Josiah of Judah actually came all the way to Dan, and he broke down all of the high places and got rid of the altar and restored, even though Israel at the time has already gone into captivity. Josiah in Judah actually ordered the people to come all the way here to clean off the golden calf and restore the remnants of the people in Israel to go back to Jerusalem for worship. So this is This is the story of Dan, the not so good part. Thank you.
Psalms 1. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of the sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But he delights in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, that yields its fruits in the season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish.
Yay! This is for all the people in the GI North, the original Bible study. Remember we did Psalms 1. This is the Dan Nature Reserve. Pastor Prince took a picture here before. He quoted Psalms 1, talking about the person who is meditating on the word of the Lord day and night. We will like the tree planted here, and will always be green. Our roots will reach down to Jesus. Always back. Okay, signing out.